Hey guys, in this video we'll be covering basically every single Amethyst node, so I'm not going to pretend to know what's the best routes for you, but what I can do is give you a lot of options, and then you can make your own route from there. Or you can follow the guide to the T and farm the whole map, like I do. For me, it's a lot more convenient to just do it all at once, opposed to doing the daily crystals. And I often join in co-op with my friends, so I often get a large surplus of gems that, despite crafting every day, I don't run out of them. So if you're not down to do daily crystals like me, the whole map is an option. Just something to keep in mind. So I'll walk you around the map, show you all the locations, show you the paths I take, and just any side notes or information you might need for the routes. So without further ado, let's just get into it. At the first location, there's a guard to the left of you who can forcefully interact with you and cause you to spawn in onto the bridge. So make sure to avoid going left, as you don't want to be placed forcefully into a loading screen. Do note this interaction will only occur once you've encountered Ball for the first time, the Electro Archon. The next location will most likely be a skip for most players, as it only has one node. There is, however, a Mirror Maiden at this location, so if you do need her materials, you can always come by, get the Amethyst, and kill the Mirror Maiden. Turn around and head over the bridge, up the stairs, between the house and the well, and just ahead you should see kind of a window between the tree and the bushes. Head on through that window, and right below, the Amethyst should be waiting for you. Head between the tree and the rock face. You'll have Amethyst on your right, and two more nodes behind you. This is one of the many routes that benefits from having Ayaka or Mona, as the water won't impede their movement. Orientate yourself towards the V so that you may drop down right above the waterfall. This route may well be a skip if you haven't leveled the Sacred Sakura to 17 yet, as you'll only encounter one node and be unable to access the barrier. Access the barrier by jumping down here and getting to the floating island with the electrogranum. Grab the charge, head down and grab the one node, and you should still have enough time to deactivate the barrier. Do note that once the barrier's been deactivated once, you won't have to do this again, so you may just jump down and avoid the floating island. Head towards the cliff face with the bush and climb up. This is by far easier than heading all the way around. Pass between the two trees and you should be lined up with the amethyst nicely. To access the second node of this route, you must first complete the requisite quest, which is here on screen right now. The second node of this route requires you to complete a puzzle in order to gain access to the area. Head toward the vines to access the area. You have to complete this puzzle to access below. Once you've gathered the ores below, you may want to teleport back if you don't have Ayaka or Mona to swim across the channel. Otherwise, grab the electrogranum and head toward the far barrier. If you don't have Mona or Ayaka, you'll have to either travel around the water, or you could potentially swim to the land opposite. Regardless, Ayaka and Mona are proving their worth for these routes. There will be 2 native spawns in the back, and the daily crystals spawn in the front, which can be obscured by the cliff face, so make sure not to miss those. Easily missable is the node right below. So jump off, grab it, and one more at the bottom. By far, the shortest you'll have to travel to get Amethyst. The lazy man's dream. This route may look bad, but it's by far the most interesting one. Orientate yourself towards the storm and jump off. Right below, you'll find a large quantity of Amethyst. Head toward the lone peak. And now for the fun part. Get your shower ready, because we're going to be gliding for quite some time. Orientate yourself towards the peak and jump off. And away we go. There's one node in the front and 2 more in the back, so be sure not to miss those. You may want to strafe around these enemies, as they'll continue to harass you all the way to the Electrogranum. Climb up the cliff face directly next to the barrier. Grab the Electrogranum. If you're on co-op, you'll want to drop the barrier for your friends as well. Another route where having Ayaka and Mona pays dividends. Orientate towards the distant trees and you'll be headed in the right direction. And yet another route where Mona and Ayaka are great. Though they're not necessary because you can still travel the channel on a full bar of stamina. And some stamina to spare. Get down past the trees. You'll spot your first Amethyst ahead, and there'll be 2 more behind. Just ahead, you'll have your first sign that you're almost done. With a little encouragement from our Tanuki friend, we'll carry on. Thanks, buddy. This route will need you to unlock this domain. If not unlocked, use the other waypoint here. And here's the requisite quest to unlock the domain. Do note, however, that doing the quest will not directly unlock the domain. You'll still have to unlock the domain yourself. Head toward the vines on the rock face and climb up. Once above, navigate between the nodes and head toward the withered tree, and you should end up right above the hole. Glide over to the elevated Amethyst, and once you've collected those, gather the ones below. Head up towards the peak, where you'll see an Electrogranum. Jump off, and navigate towards the nearest spine. Right below, you'll find your amethyst. And thus, that concludes the run. Don't even think about it. You son of a... Thanks for watching. Now you should have everything you need to be swimming an amethyst. Not weapon billets though. Never weapon billets. Anyways, I've been working on routes for artifact XP, so you can look forward to a video on that in the future. Yay! Free XP! So, sometime soon, that'll be released. Still lots of testing to do. All those one-time artifact locations really got me messed up. So, do the thing. Like, comment, sub, and all that YouTube jazz. Take care.